Hey gang, Will here from the Ashland Fly Shop. 25th of January 2018, we're going to run a little fishing report for you here. So we're going to jump right into our steelhead fisheries, in our area and surrounding areas here and talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about the Rogue. We are seeing the slow advancement of the winter steelhead. So there has been exactly one winter steelhead caught that we're aware of, and one winter steelhead making it into the hatchery here on the Upper Rogue. So what we've seen really is we've just had a real lack of precipitation so far this year, and so we're just seeing this kind of slow grinding roll of the fish's progression in the system. But I do feel like that those couple fish, that's kind of the head of the run here. So we should start seeing some fish kind of filter in, and here's some more now that we've heard that. The Applegate River, a favorite river of folks in the valley here. We have heard of one or two fish down there. Again, I always give a heads up. It's a tricky place to fish, pretty contentious place to fish, so it's worth talking to us or someone about the few public access spots that are out there. But it is open through March. And yeah, so it's a good time to start poking around. Most steelheaders have already been looking around a bit. We did just have a very big rain event the last day and a half, so I think that's going to go a long way to juicing the river up and getting some fish moving, getting them moving a little bit quicker up here. So winter steelheading is always a low expectation game, so it's just kind of a real hunt and peck type of thing, and that's what we're looking at. But give us a call, and we'll certainly provide you whatever feedback we can. River's in great shape, it's looking good. Color's off a little bit, which is really nice for winter steelhead. So conditions are quite good right now. The North Umpqua River is a favorite for winter steelheaders, and it's worth a look right now. The fish they get up there a little bit quicker, so we've heard of a couple fish being caught up there. Definitely had some folks go up there and not have great luck, but it is a favorite place for winter steelhead fishers up there in the fly water and below there. So it would be a good time to start poking around up there. I'm not exactly sure what this rain did to the real upper stretch, but I would imagine it's similar to the Rogues, probably maybe up a little bit more. But we typically fish that river a little higher than we do in the summertime. So the North Umpqua, if you're a winter steelheader, is definitely one to consider. The coast has really been slow to get going, man. It's really been a real interesting year this year, with the low water. Typically we look for the bigger systems like the Rogue, and we see a lot of fish coming out of the Umpqua, but it just seemed like we didn't hear a lot about that this year, or folks that were out fishing weren't doing real well. So now that the river's up, and I would imagine most of the coast is blown out right now with the storm that we're experiencing, but so hopefully what we're seeing is we're just seeing all these rivers kind of open, and the stream, the kind of little coastal, everything's should kind of open up, and hopefully we'll see some fish filter in. And if we don't see them on these pushes of water, then we're looking at probably a pretty low numbers year is my guess. But those kind of been our dispatches from the coast and the folks that we know fishing out there. It's definitely been a little harder to find fish in a typically difficult situation already as far as finding a winter steelhead on the coast. But that said, it is a good place to go. It is a real it's a real neat game looking around for winter steelhead, and they are a really wonderful fish out there. Chances are it'll be a pretty good one if you find one. So that is a place to consider. So that's what we're looking at in the immediate state of Jefferson area here as far as available fisheries. It's nice to see some weather. It's been a real low precipitation year so far. It's really nice to see these big storms coming through, and I think it's going to really mix things up. So the next week and a half, 2 weeks is going to really tell us a lot. So keep in tuned here, give us a call. We're happy to share with you the information that we have, but we're really pumped to start doing some fishing now and see if we can find some steelhead out there. So thanks a lot for staying tuned. We'll see you out there.